So we're basically going to be adding some bells and whistles to our document by applying some borders and some shading, making it look a little more attractive. So we're first going to start by highlighting these 4 lines, and we're going to just be basically enclosing this little section in a little box called an outside border. So we're going to click on the border list arrow, and then you'll notice that there's an option for outside border, and we're going to go ahead and select that. And we're going to basically do the same thing for this second group. So we're going to highlight the 4 lines, and our border button should now be set to outside, so we can just click and it'll reapply it. And for our lists here, I'm going to go ahead and turn off show hide. For our tabular tables, we're going to select the first one. And for this first table, we're going to do custom border and shading. So we're going to click the border arrow, but we're going to come all the way down here to borders and shading. That kind of gets us into this little customization section. And we do want a box border, so it's going to put lines on all sides. But for the style, we want a double line. And for the color, we want blue accent 1 darker, 50%. And so that must be this one. If you point and pause, it should show you. 5th column, bottom row, it is certainly this one. So I'm going to go ahead and select it. For the width, right now it's a 1/2 inch, and we're going to increase that to 3/4 of an inch. And you should notice that it is changing as we are selecting the different settings. And we are going to go into shading. And right now, there is no shading. There is no fill color. So we are going to choose blue accent 1, lighter 80%, which is basically this first one here. And then we're going to click OK. And if we kind of click away, you can see that it did apply the borders and the shading. And what we want is the exact same thing applied to this second little tabular list. So we're going to highlight that second list and press F4, which is a lot easier than going back into the borders and shading and selecting all of those settings all over again. And now they want us to go all the way to the top and highlight our title. And they would like us to apply some shading to this. So we're going to click on the shading list arrow. And they would like blue accent 1, lighter 60%. So this was 80%. So if we go below, that is where 60% is located. And they would also like a page border. So if we go into the design ribbon, that is where we can access page borders. You can also get there by clicking on the borders and shading list arrow, going into borders and shading, and choosing page border. Okay, both commands take you to this section. This is a little more roundabout way of getting there. But we're going to go ahead and put on a page border. And we do want the shadow option. In the width box, we want 3. It's going to give us a more dramatic shadow. And at this point, they want us to click OK so you can kind of see what it looks like. And now they want us to go in and change it, and we are going to go through design and page border, which is a more direct route to getting to this dialog box. Now they want us to take a look at the box option. And they would actually like us to pick some art. And they've got a lot of artwork in here, and they would like us to choose a globe. Now, these look rather distorted, but when you apply them, they aren't going to look quite so bad. They look very distorted in the menu. We are going to adjust the size though, because this is quite large, and we really only need them to be 10 point. Okay, 31 was a little bit too big. So we're going to have the 10-point globe border, and we're going to click OK. And at this point, we're going to go ahead and save our changes.